Hey, what's up? It's Nathan here with thebtccourse.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a TAPSIGNER, which is an NFC or near field communication device that lets you sign Bitcoin transactions. And we're going to go ahead and set it up. We'll receive some Bitcoin, we'll send some Bitcoin, and then I'll show you what to do if you lose this card. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alrighty, so here we are, and on the back of the card, it says to go to tapsigner.com/start. So that's where I am on my computer here. You can see that it only works with a couple of apps at this point in time. Now they're going to add more apps as time progresses, but yeah, this is what we have, on April 5th, 2023. We have Nunchuk, which is a mobile app and or desktop app, so it has both functionalities. However, since this is a NFC or near field communication device, you need an NFC reader, and most people don't have NFC readers. I looked; they're about $80 on Amazon, so you probably didn't buy one. But your phone has an NFC reader, so we can use your phone in order to go ahead and set this thing up. And as you can see, Nunchuk has Android and iOS apps, so we're going to be using Nunchuk. But if you have an NFC reader, you could go ahead and use TAPSIGNER Wallet as well. But yeah, I don't have that, so we're using the phone, which I have loaded up right here. And so here we are inside of Nunchuk, and there's a couple different options. So we have Wallet right here, which is something that you set up when you have keys. So keys are down here. So you need to go ahead and set up a key before you can go ahead and set up a wallet. So we want to click on this little plus button right here. So plus. And then it gives us a few options. So add NFC key, which is what we want to do because the TAPSIGNER, again, is an NFC. But there's also air gap key or software key as well. And I'll have another video on Nunchuk. So if you're interested in learning more about keys and multi-sig and all that stuff, link in the description down below. All right, so add NFC key. So I'm going to tap on that option. And then we have add cold card, add TAPSIGNER, which is what we have, or recover TAPSIGNER key from backup. We don't have that yet, but we will. All right, so add TAPSIGNER is what I'm going to go ahead and select. All right, so add TAPSIGNER. TAPSIGNER is a wireless NFC smart card that will sign transactions with a simple tap on your phone. On the next screen, place and hold your card near the top of your phone where the NFC chip resides. Make sure you hold it until the app shows a success notification. Okay, got it. So continue. All right, so it's ready to scan. So here we go. Just tap the card to my device, and look at that check mark right there. All right, so set up NFC key, and the NFC key has not been initialized. Do you want to initialize it now? So I'm going to go ahead and tap on yes. And then it's going to set up an on-chain code. So let the app generate the chain code, or I'll pick my chain code. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's best to go the automatic route. So I'm going to do that because I don't really know what I'm doing. Anyway, automatic. I'm going to go ahead and then tap on continue right here. All right, so it says that there is a existing PIN code on the back of my card, and they want me to type it in right here. So if I look on the back of my card, and hopefully you can see it right on the screen, I have a PIN code, so I'm going to go ahead and enter that PIN code right now on my mobile device. So here I go. And it's not showing on the screen right here, but I did type it in. Now I need to go ahead and create a new PIN code right in this one, and then I need to confirm it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. So on the next screen, we'll scan your NFC again to activate it. This could take a few seconds. We'll give you an encrypted backup file for the key once this process is done. Okay, got it. All right, so it wants to scan my NFC code again. So again, phone to card. And it's processing, and then we got a check mark right there. All right, awesome. So now it wants me to go ahead and back up my wallet. So this is part of the restoration process. So if you lose your TAPSIGNER card, you're going to need this backup file. So you want to save it somewhere that you're not going to lose the backup file, because, yeah, if you lose the backup file in this card, yeah, you're screwed. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to save it to my Dropbox folder real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So the encrypted backup file you just saved is required if you want to recover the NFC key later. You'll also need the backup password printed on the back of the card and might be listed under backup key. So again, looking at my card right here, hopefully you can see that it shows that I have a backup key, and it is, or backup password is what it calls it. and it is right there. So I need to go ahead and write that thing down and store it in a safe and secure location. Also, it is written on the side, so like mine, it's kind of hard to read. It's kind of hard to tell the difference between zeros and O's. However, on the side, it is also written, and it's easier to tell if it's a 0 or an O. So just a side note, but you want to go ahead and write down that backup key because you'll need the backup file and this backup key in order to unencrypt that backup file should you lose this card. So I'm going to go ahead and write down my backup password real quick. And now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. Alright, so key name. So I'm just going to call this the TAPSIGNER and continue. And so there we go. I have my key set up, and I'm going to go ahead and tap on run health check real quick. And it asks me to enter my PIN, so I'm going to do that. And it actually froze the app when I did that, so I don't know if there's a bug or a glitch or something like that. But normally there's a little green pop-up that shows up like down here that says that like it is a healthy, device. So for whatever reason, I'm not seeing that right now, but hopefully if you run the health check, you'll see that green box. But anyway, I'm pretty confident that it's set up correctly, so I'm going to go ahead and tap on that X up there. And now that I have a key, so I have my TAPSIGNER key right here, I can go ahead and create a wallet. So what I want to do is click on the plus button in the top corner there. And then it gives me a couple options. So I can create a new wallet or recover an existing wallet. In this case, I'm creating a brand new wallet, so I'll tap on that. And then I have wallet name. So this is going to be my TAPSIGNER wallet right there. And I could go ahead and customize the address type and customize the wallet type if I want to, but I want to leave the default settings because that's the most interoperable choice, and I don't want to mess around with my Bitcoin, so the default is usually the safest bet. So I'm going to leave default and tap on continue then. And then it asks me to select at least one key to the wallet. And in this case, I want to select my TAPSIGNER key that I'm setting up. So I'm going to go ahead and tap or check that box right there. And then if I was doing multi-sig, I could go ahead and select multiple keys as well, but that's another video and another demonstration. In this video, we're just doing a single sig with our TAPSIGNER device. So single sig is good. We want one required key, which is the TAPSIGNER key. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on continue then. So we got TAPSIGNER is a wallet name. Wallet configuration is a one of one single sig. Wallet type standard wallet, address type native SegWit, and member key. So create wallet. Alright, so now it's asking me if I want to save my BSMS file. And basically this is a file for my Nunchuk wallet that I could go ahead and load. Or I could load this file also into other devices or wallets like Sparrow Wallet, for example. So that way I could load it into that, and then it comes pre-configured with my settings for my TAPSIGNER card. So you could go ahead and save this, or you could do this later. And I'm just going to do it later because it's not really important right now. But if you want to back up that wallet file to use in other wallet systems, then you could go ahead and set that up right then, or you can do it later on. So anyway, there we go. I'm just reviewing my wallet again. I'll tap on done. So now I have a wallet right here called TAPSIGNER. So I'm going to go ahead and tap into it. And then I can send Bitcoin and receive Bitcoin. And of course, I can't send any Bitcoin until I've received it first. So let's go ahead and receive some Bitcoin. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on receive. And it gives me this QR code that I could go ahead and scan. Or there's also this address at the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap on copy address real quick. And then I'm going to go to an exchange. And I'm going to go to Coinbase where I can send my Bitcoin to my TAPSIGNER wallet right here. So I'm going to go switch apps real quick. So here I am in Coinbase, and let's say that I've saved up some Bitcoin on Coinbase, and I wanted to save it to my cold storage, which is my TAPSIGNER device. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap on this little menu right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and tap on send, and then I'm going to go ahead and tap on Bitcoin, and then I'm going to go ahead and allow paste from Nunchuk, and I'm going to paste from clipboard. So that is the wallet address that came from Nunchuk, but it came actually from my TAPSIGNER device right here. I'm going to go ahead and click on continue then. And so the amount I want to go ahead and send is about $20 worth of Bitcoin. And now normally I would not send this small of an amount because the transaction fees will be large, and every time I send a Bitcoin on-chain transaction, it creates a new UTXO or unspent transaction output. And the more UTXOs that I have, the greater the fees will be later on if I decide to send some Bitcoin. So usually I wait till I have about $1,000 worth of Bitcoin before I do an on-chain transaction, but for demonstration purposes, I'm doing $20 worth. And I have a couple of videos on the mempool and UTXOs, links in the description down below if you want more information on why I send $1,000 or more at a time. So anyway, demonstration, $20. We'll go ahead and preview, and I'm going to go ahead and send it now. And I've successfully sent $20, so I'm going to go ahead and tap on, actually I'm going to tap on view transaction at the bottom here. And then I'm going to tap on my to address, and then I'm going to open up my browser. And I'm at mempool.space right here, so I'm going to go ahead and tap on this search. I'm going to go ahead and paste my address in there and search, and then I'm going to go ahead and tap on that transaction. So I can see my transaction is right here in this first block. So hopefully it confirms in about 10 minutes, and then I can go ahead and send that Bitcoin out of my Nunchuk wallet using my TAPSIGNER as the signing device. But let me go back to the Nunchuk wallet and see if I can see this transaction and see if it's inbound. And so here I am in the Nunchuk wallet, and as you can see, I have a pending transaction, pending confirmations of 0.007097 Bitcoin, or about $20 worth of Bitcoin. So I'm going to go ahead and wait till this confirms, and then we'll go ahead and send this Bitcoin out of my wallet so you can see that process. Alrighty, so we can see right here that there has been one confirmation. So now I can go ahead and send my Bitcoin from my Nunchuk wallet, or my TAPSIGNER device technically. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on send. And then I can go ahead and select how much I want to send. So I'm actually going to go ahead and switch to USD real quick. And I'm going to send $10 worth of Bitcoin. So there we go. And then we'll go ahead and tap on continue. So now I can enter or scan the recipient's address and then enter a transaction note. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to Coinbase. So for demonstration purposes, let's say that it's been 3 years and Bitcoin went from 28,000 up to $1 million, and I want to go ahead and buy a house. So I've kept it in cold storage for those 3 years, and now I'm ready to sell it so I can buy something in the real world. So yeah, you wouldn't do this like sequentially like I'm doing in this video. You'd wait a period of time before you go ahead and send it back to Coinbase. But anyway, let me go to Coinbase, and what I want to go ahead and do is receive. And I understand, and I understand. So it gives me a Bitcoin address right here. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on copy. Then I want to go back to my Nunchuk wallet and paste in that address. And then I'm going to go to write a transaction note, send to CB to sell to buy a house. And now it gives me a couple options right here. I could go ahead and create a transaction or customize fee settings. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on customize fee settings real quick. And it gives me an estimated fee and total amount. And it gives me the option to subtract fee from the send amount. So let's say that I didn't want to send $10. I wanted to send, $10 less the fee that it took to send it. So I could tick that box right there. And basically it would send $9.99 and then 36 cents as the fee. Or I could go ahead and set a manual fee rate, which is what I want to go ahead and do, because I want to go to the mempool website and see what the fees currently are. I can see that the fees are about 14 sats per VByte for the next block, or about 5 sats per VByte for the second block to come up. So if I put like 6 sats per VByte, I should be, in this block right here. So let me come back over here, and I'm going to go ahead and set my fee for 6 sats per VByte. And I have a video on fees in the mempool with link in the description down below. But yeah, so if you want to learn more, link in the description down below. And so, yep, that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to confirm and create that transaction. And then it's asking me to go ahead and sign the transaction with my TAPSIGNER. So if I tap on sign right there, it's looking for my PIN. So enter that. And then it wants my TAPSIGNER device. So if I take it and I scan it to my phone, I get that check mark right there. And so now it is signed. So that's how easy it is to sign with this TAPSIGNER device. So that's what's cool about it, is like you don't have to remember a seed phrase or do anything fancy. You slap it to your phone and boom, it's signed. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tap on broadcast transaction. And just like that, the transaction has been broadcast. And if I tap on it, I can see the details. But if I click on view on blockchain explorer, it loads up mempool.space, and I can see it right there in the second block, just like I thought it would be. There's my fee of 6.03 sats per VByte. So there we go, the details and everything else. So just like I thought would happen has happened. So that is ideal. Now let me go back to Nunchuk real quick. And what I want to go ahead and do is show you how to restore this. So let's say that you lost your card, like it went away and it's gone forever and you don't know how to get it back, but you have that file that we set up earlier, and you also have your password, your backup password, right? So hopefully you wrote that down and kept it someplace safe so you can unencrypt your backup file. So I'm going to go ahead and delete my wallet and delete my key real quick. So if I tap into my wallet real quick, and then if I tap on the view wallet config area, and then I tap on the three dots right in the top right corner, I see the option to delete wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that wallet. And then I need to type in delete in order to confirm deletion. So my wallet is now gone. And now I also want to delete my key as well. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on that. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the three dots in the top right corner. And I see the option to remove key. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on remove key. And are you sure you want to remove this key? Yes, I am. And so my key is now gone. And I'm also going to pretend like my card right here is also gone, okay? So anyway, we're going to come to keys now and tap on the plus button. And I want to go ahead and add an NFC key. So I'm going to tap that. And what I want to do now is select recover TAPSIGNER key from backup. Okay, so that's the option I'm going to go ahead and select. And so note, we will convert the NFC key backup into a software key on the next screen. So you will select the unencrypted backup file, enter the backup password you can find on the back of the card. It might be listed under backup key. Okay, so what this is saying is that it's going to pull in the seed phrase that is on this card, or the private keys that are on this card, and it's going to basically make it a hot wallet, because the keys will now be stored on your mobile device versus stored on this card. So that's one thing to note when you do this backup restore. The keys go from your card to your phone, which is a hot wallet. So you might want to, if you have to go through this process, you might want to get your Bitcoin off your phone and put it back into cold storage somewhere with keys that are offline. So maybe that's another TAPSIGNER device. Maybe it's a cold card. Maybe it's a Ledger or a Treasure or something like that. But anyway, the point is when you recover your key, it's going to be a hot wallet. So just remember that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tap on continue. And then I can go ahead and navigate to the file, which I see right here. And I need to go ahead and enter my backup password, which hopefully I've written down somewhere. And so I entered my password, and it's asking me for my key name now. So I'm going to go ahead and call this TAPSIGNER Restored. And tap on continue then. And it says TAPSIGNER Restored has been added. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on run health check. And we can see TAPSIGNER Restored is healthy. So awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and click the X button. And then I'm going to go ahead and now I need to create a wallet again using that TAPSIGNER Restored key. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on the plus button and create a new wallet. And then TAPSIGNER is the name of it. Leave everything else at default. Tap on continue. And then I want to use the TAPSIGNER Restored key. So I'm going to tap on that. And it is not multi-sig, it is single sig. So I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. And all this information looks correct. So I'm going to go ahead and click on create a wallet. And I'm not going to save the BSMS file. So I'll do this later. And I'm going to click on done. And I'll go ahead and click into my wallet. And I can see right here, all of my transactions that I've currently performed or previously performed are in my wallet. So I've received 0.0007097 Bitcoin. I've sent this much Bitcoin. I currently have this much Bitcoin left available. So my Bitcoin, I can access it again, but also note this is a hot wallet because my keys are stored, right here on my mobile device. So I probably want to send it as soon as possible off of this so that way I can put it back into cold storage. So, but anyway, I could go ahead and send. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and tap on Send All. And then I'm going to tap on Continue. And then I want to go ahead and send back to Coinbase. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to Coinbase. And I want to go ahead and tap on Receive. And it gives me an address right here that I'm going to go ahead and copy. And go back to the Nunchuk wallet. And paste that address right in there. Send to CB. And then customize fee settings. And it's giving me an error because I need to wait for that first transaction to confirm before I can go ahead and do the next transaction. So I tap on OK and back out of here and back out of here. So yeah, I need to wait for this pending confirmations to go ahead and confirm first before I can go ahead and send another transaction out of my wallet. So I'll wait for that. And so we can see that the transaction is confirmed right here. So I should be able to send the rest of my Bitcoin. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on Send. And I'm going to go ahead and send all. And I'm going to go over to Coinbase and grab a new address to send to. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this address real quick and go back over to Nunchuk. And I'm going to go ahead and continue and paste in my address for Coinbase and send to CB to buy house. And then I'll go ahead and customize fee settings. And so let me go back to the mempool real quick. And I can see that the next block is about 6 to 5 sats per VByte right there. So I'm going to go back to my wallet. And I'll go ahead and manual fee rate. And I'll do 6 sats per VByte and continue. And then I'll go ahead and confirm and create transaction. And then I'll go ahead and tap on the sign button right there. And now you'll notice that I did not need to tap my NFC card, my TAPSIGNER, to my phone, because again, my seed phrase or my private keys are now on my phone because it's a hot wallet, right? Because I restored from a backup, so my keys are on here because I lost this thing. So yeah. So anyway, I signed it, and now I'll go ahead and broadcast the transaction. And now it's pending those confirmations right there. So it's on the blockchain, and I now have $0 in my TAPSIGNER wallet right here. And so that's pretty much it for this video. That's how to go ahead and use the TAPSIGNER card in order to connect to a wallet, how to receive Bitcoin, how to send Bitcoin, how to restore from a backup in case you lose your TAPSIGNER card. And hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, I appreciate any sorts of likes, comments, subscribes, anything like that. And or please check out thebtccourse.com. It's kind of my passion project to give back to the fellow Bitcoiners. Lots of training on Bitcoin. So check it out if you're interested in learning more about Bitcoin. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of the day.